What is up, my beautiful Peoples? It is I, Papa Rose, your favorite Papatio. Not Tapatio, but just as spicy as the hot sauce. Coming to you on this wonderful Saturn day from La Casa de Juju, here sitting, chilling. I just finished doing a live on Facebook. I tried to do it on Insta and TikTok here. And in YouTube, I didn't have YouTube yet, but I'm still learning. Yes, don't judge. Don't judge. Don't judge. We all do things. Can you see into the fifth dimension? Well, neither can I, but still. Anyway, but no. I just wanted to poke my head out and say, yes, there is a live on Facebook. It's probably now you can get at it on our Facebook page, Casa de Juju at Facebook.com. And if you're new, I'm going to be talking to all of the socials. Please follow me there. Please follow me here on wherever you're following this, whether it be YouTube, Insta, or TikTok. And yes, so we can sit and kiki and talk about esoteric things and talk about my shop, Casa de Juju, which is where you get lovely spiritual and magical oils. Yes, I know I'm not as serious as some of my other people, but I like to bring joviality, happiness, and that old down home zingamaring, into my work. The Hubs, also known as your Uncle Jeffrey, and those in the know already know, told me, have you ever told people anything about yourself? And I was like, I tried to. I thought I did. But the reason why I can sit up here and talk and say about all these things is, as an initiated santero, as an espiritista of many years, or brujo, and servitor of the spirit, yes, I can say these things. I'm from years old, and ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I have been doing this. In fact, I was initiated into Ocha at 3 years old because I had some health issues. Made sure they never came back. Knock on wood. So, yeah. But I like teaching spiritism. I like teaching spiritual connections. I like helping people find their own way, finding their own path, finding their own systems and pathways to their ancestors, to their spiritual court, to these energies that are there and ready for them to work with them, rather than having to do initiation or anything unless you're called to do it. And there's been a big whole thing about appropriation. I've talked about it, everybody talked about it, but I truly believe that if you are called to these ATRs, ADRs, and other types of closed or initiatory practices and religions and spiritual paths, then you are being called there for a reason. And competent priests, shaman, medicine people, juju people, whoever it is, will take you down that road because it'll just align themselves. And that's not necessarily what I wanted to talk about, but I'm glad I brought it up because this is the Saturday AfterSesh moment. And I think I'm going to be doing a class soon, or at the very least reaching out soon, on how to work with what you got. Because a lot of people will tell you, oh no, don't go into this tradition, don't be doing that. Or what I like to say, don't be contracting spirits you don't know. Or contacting spirits you don't know because you read it in a fabulous book, you read it somewhere, or you saw it here. And I know it sounds very hypocritical, but I have once loved social media because it can teach and be a tool for beneficial, positive. This is what happens when you get tongue-tied. Big Alden said, I was thinking propósitos. That lets you know that when you try and translate a word in your head, sometimes it doesn't work. My New Yorkers understand. Those who speak Spanglish understand. So you can use it for a lot of different beneficial purposes. And it can help a lot of people. But as there is a beautiful birth, so is there the inevitable afterbirth. So some things are not necessarily the best things you want to do with your life. So the best thing to do, I say, is before you go on looking for things and researching things, research yourself, research your family tree, research your ancestry and their ties to where they came from. That's ancestry. That's what we're talking about. 23andMe or whichever one is not really spiky and problematic, find that and go with there. Listen to your old folks, listen to their stories, start putting the pieces together and start bringing those energies together for your betterment, for your good, and for your own spiritual working. Right now, your Uncle Jeffrey, we did a couple of not 23andMe, I think he did the other one, I'm not sure, but it was the one that kept on updating, and finally at the last update, the most accurate so far, he's quite a bit Scottish. So those are the energies that he's always kind of felt very earthy about stuff, which is why even though Oshun blesses him and there's many spirits that love him, he still works with those ancestral energies as well. That's his basis. Also, what day were you born? What month were you born? What's your sign? What's your time? These things can give you valuable information. So before you go contracting spirits, see who's on your work team, see who's on your workforce, whether it be ancestry or your spiritual court. You'd be surprised who's there if you don't already. And if you want to know more about this, if you want to know and get more information like this, sit for a session, like a divination session or a mentorship session, a spiritual path working, send me a message, DM me, and we can go from there. Also, you can get to the Book It Now button if you're on Facebook. We have a Book It Now button, or look at the scheduler that's either in the write-up or in the comments. And you could take your time and sit, and we can help you find this and get this together for you. Also, that'll be like a little mentorship that you can do that'll help out. Also, on my live, I was talking about these wonderful bracelets that I'm doing for the crystal bracelets that we do, Juju bracelets, because see, these are what we're doing, and I made two in particularly because the upcoming day, the 29th, mark your calendars, not only is it a full moon, but it is also the day of Saint Martha, Santa Marta la Dominadora y Santa Marta de la Torcha, also known as Marta Bruja, because there's so many different ones, and I teach a whole class on that too, or a mentorship where you can learn about different spirits and saints now, and how to work with them, if they've been talked to you about, or if you have like a really Catholic background like we do, you can understand how to access these energies. Because again, don't contract nobody you don't know, but find out what's going on, right? So those are those bracelets. I made a fabulous one for St. Jude as well, because some people had asked and they wanted to see, do I make? And these might be going on in a couple of places. So chaplets are also available that I work with, and I just wanted to plug that. That was also a part of the live. And since it's Saturday, SaturnDay, as Saturn goes retrograde, it is that moment to do the introspection of where are your boundaries being tested and mested? Where are you losing energy? Where are you hemorrhaging power? Where are your defenses weak? And where are your boundaries not together? So take this time and do that. Look through those things. Saturn is also the Lord of karma, and not just karma in the Western view, but the actual karma, where we got to see what's up with your life. What are you doing in your life? Are you achieving that destiny? Are you achieving what you wanted to come and set out to do? So there's that, and there's also the retributive side, the one that the Westerners know as karma, which is that which you do. So if you've been doing stuff and you haven't been harming anybody, you're fine, you're good. This is where things starts moving and you start getting that information for your betterment. But this is where you get the payback, because Saturn isn't the punisher. He is the, what have you done? This is what you get. He is the original Fafo. You done F8, so now Fafo, that's just the consequences. And he is the Lord of consequences as well. So with that information, take it with you. And the happy part is Mercury is coming out of retrograde. Microbeads is being taken out as we speak, baby. They're out of reggaeton. All the Shakiras have been aligned in holy energy. Hey, so get your stuff. Get your things. Now you can't blame it on anything, even though it was kind of intense, because Cancer, intense sign of home, mother happiness, and stability and emotions. So then you got that with Mercury bringing all sorts of mayhem once he starts going retrograde. But this was a good retrograde in the sense that even though it was intense, it was rough, it was hard, it allowed us to see where our emotions were. What are we really passionate about? What are we not passionate about? What is really hurting us? Who are we? Why are we? Why is Gamora? This is that energy. And we take that and go on with it to build ourselves up as we go forward when things start clocking in. And since it's Leo season, happy birthday, my Leos, that energy is clocking in as well to go forward and move on as we go into the Lionsgate portal shortly, which is really just 8 and 8. And what are you going to do to make yourself great? That's part of it. And if you'd like to know more, you know what to do. Reach out, send us an email, send us a text. You know what's up. And I think that's all I wanted to do. I'm going to put, oh yes, because I wanted to show off. I'm going to actually do a photo shoot of these soon. And I'm going to do like a slideshow for TikTok if I can pull it off. And I'll also be doing pictures on Insta and Facebook. And here in my YouTube land, in my YouTube babies, I'm going to have to, and I hope they come out, because this is a pre-made set. Now, these are prototypes, the ones I like to use for photo shoots, and I also sell them off. So these are going to be ready for buying if you want to get these, or you'd like to put an order for, or again, custom work is available. But this one's already spoken for, because had I not done it, I had done it with tiger's eye and tree agate and aventurine and peach moonstone, and it is just gorgeous. And it was for St. Jude, the one who helps us with impossible cases, and who is also associated with many different spirits, and associated with different Loa Orisha as well. I also have one, and this one is a 6.5, 7. Those are the ranges usually for these. So this one is for San Miguel, St. Michael, with lapis lazuli, moss agate, Kambaba jasper, and red jasper. That is gorgeous. I don't care what you say. That is gorgeous work. Then these are, I showed you the St. Martha's. Let me do it one more time. It's sort of like QVC almost. It's lovely. So this is La Dominadora, purple, the amethyst, and fluorite with red tiger's eye, and that lovely tree agate that I love. Agate's a really witchy, magical stone. Not moss, but tree. There's a difference. And it's really activating. It's very energetic. It's just, to me, I love it because it helps your energy literally grow. It puts that energy out there, helps you grow these ideas, and makes you get stronger in your own intuition, in your own self, and it helps build up your own stuff. Because, I'm always telling y'all, make your own arcana. Like I said in the beginning and the top of this, do your things. Once you get your things together and you learn how your ancestors taught you and how you're working to develop, and you have somebody mentoring you too along the way, that's wonderful. If you don't, find you, be that mentor, and do the research, but do the research on yourself and call those who resonate with you. When you're dealing with ancestors, really quickly, if you ain't had nothing to do with Aunt Kate, don't call her. Why would you call that person? You can ask that light and progress be shed upon all your ancestors over there, especially these that I loved and knew, and I asked them for their intercession and work and help in my life. Simple, right? So this one again is Saint Martha, La Flambeau, La Antorcha, La Bruja, with lovely aventurine and carnelian, that tree agate, and that red tiger's eye too. That I kind of changed it up because I wanted to have a different one for each of the aspects of that Santa Marta spirit, the Santa Marta's energy. Then there is this one, y'all. This is a loving me, and I'll allow you to love me too. This one is a loving one because of the peach aventurine, peach moonstone, rhodochrosite, and carnelian all through it. Gives that self-energy, self-love energy, self-understanding energy. Give yourself your props energy. Give yourself your flowers energy. It's set up like the energy like that comes from, if you've ever heard Eartha Kitt say how she talks about relationships, how it's not about really compromising who you are per se, but sharing who you are. And in that she says, I'm in love with myself and I want to share it with someone. And it's in that spirit that I made that, hearts and roses kind of bracelet. Then I made this one, which is really, there's no other energy I made this with, but if it will, how about happy-go-lucky me. That is carnelian with river agate and aventurine. No, I'm sorry, fluorite. This is fluorite. And that peach, lovely peach aventurine. So peach aventurine, fluorite, river agate, and those lovely citrines. This one, again, you're going from 6.5 to 7 on your wrists. These are what they're made, and they're gorgeous. I love them. These were labors of love. Every one of my arts are labors of love. I can't really say that I like this one better than all of them are. I love all of them. I love doing this because putting these energies together just make me happy. Now, this one might be spoken for too, but we'll see. This is moonstone and lepidolite and white agate with Ochnea or Orchinea fossil stone, which is these black ones right here. They are sea fossils that have been polished into beads. And this one is about gaining your confidence, your energy, your power, your inner strength back. This is helping connect to that divine intuition, divine self. It's very psychic, it's very grounding, it's very witchy, powerful, and also it speaking about what we were just talking about, it kind of gives you the remembrance, because fossils from the sea is where the life began, and it's rememberies, it's the memories of going back here, and all of those energies, that understanding is what I wanted to fashion into this one as well. So this one is Ancient Mysteries. Then I got that one I dubbed Happy Go Lucky, and then Hearts and Flowers. That's what I'll call it, Hearts and Flowers. And then of course Saint Michael, which is gorgeous, and the Santa Martas. These are what can be available upon order and request. And if anybody's interested, let me know and step up. If you're interested in any other products that we have, spiritual oils, fixed powders, fixed colognes, bath crystals, and lotions, step up. Again, if you want to take time to do a mentorship, a divination, the links are below. And also, before I leave, I am teaching a class this Tuesday coming, because today is Saturday, the 25th. So 26, 27, 28th. I think the 28th, July 28th. I have and if I don't have my Jeffrey Ron telling me or my thing, I won't know. So about the 28th, we will be doing at 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern, a class on cemetery work, working in the graveyard, working in the cemetery in the most legal and safe ways, where you get, if this is a part of your practice, this is for advanced people as well as those that are just coming into this specific part of the branch of the practice. It's open to all. So if you can't get to the live, there will be a recording available for a higher price, but the class is $80. So go and I'll leave a link in the comments, of course, and go get your space, come learn some stuff, and hang out and kiki with me. And that's about it. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll check back in with you later. Y'all remember to be kind to yourselves and to each other. Watch out and keep your eyes open. Remain aware and awake. Okay? And if you have any questions, just float us a note, because that's all she wrote. Peace, love, and juju always, y'all. Later on.